Good day, everyone. I am Queenie Ann Y. Residue, and my report is all about the value chain analysis and the IFE matrix. What's your business competitive edge? A value proposition helps business identify what sets it apart from competitors. But how can you tell if your business activities are creating the most value for your customers and resulting in a great profit margin? Let's take a deeper look into value chain analysis and learn how you can analyze your business activities. Value chain. It is a step-by-step business model for transforming a product or service from idea to reality. It also helps increase a business efficiency so the business can deliver the most value for the least possible cost. The intent of a value chain is to increase the value of a product or service. So what is value chain analysis? It is the process whereby a firm determines the cost associated with organizational activities, from purchasing raw materials to manufacturing products to marketing those products. So once the activities are analyzed, a business can use the results to evaluate ways to improve its competitive advantage. So while one of the goals of value chain analysis is to improve operational efficiency, its final and most important goal is to establish an advantage over competitors. So as you complete your value chain analysis, you'll identify the edge you're trying to gain over the competition. Here in value chain analysis, there are two types of competitive advantage. First is the cost advantage. The goal of a cost advantage strategy is to become the lowest cost provider in your industry or market. So companies who excel with a low-cost strategy have extreme operational efficiency and use low-cost materials and resources to reduce the overall price of their product or service. Examples include the McDonald's and the Walmart. Second advantage is the differentiation advantage. You offer a unique or highly specialized product or service to gain a competitive advantage. A successful differentiation strategy allows the business to set a premium price for its product or service. So the examples include here is the Starbucks coffee and the iPhone store. Michael Porter. He is a Harvard Business School professor, introduced a simple value chain model in his book Competitive Advantage. He developed the steps to perform a value chain analysis and split business activities into two categories. So, what is Porter's value chain analysis? It focuses on systems and how inputs are changed into the output using this viewpoint. Porter also described a chain of activities that are common to all businesses, and he divided them into two types of activities. First is the primary activities, and the other one is the support activities. So identifying the primary and support activities is a critical step in creating a value chain analysis. You'll know where you spend the most resources, where your business may improve, and where your competitors may have an edge over you. First are primary activities, which include the five main activities. All five activities are directly involved in the production and selling of the actual product. The five primary activities are inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and the service. So what is inbound logistics? Inbound logistics is the way materials plus goods are brought into a business. It also includes the steps to source, order, transport, receive, put away, store, and manage incoming supplies. So what is operations? Operations are how the materials and resources are produced, resulting in a final product or service. So once the required materials have been collected internally, operations can convert the inputs in the desired product. Examples are machining, warehousing, inventory control, vehicle scheduling, and returns to suppliers. Next is outbound logistics. Once a product or service is finished, it needs to be distributed, depending on how lean the company is. The product can be shipped right away or must be stored for a while. So in outbound logistics, it describes this delivery process. The activities associated with outbound logistics are collecting, storing, and physically distributing the products to buyers. Examples are finished goods warehousing, material handling, delivery vehicle operations, order processing, and scheduling. Marketing and sales. The fact that products are produced doesn't automatically mean that there are people willing to purchase them. This is how your product or service is presented and sold to your ideal target market. It is the job of marketeers and sales agents to make sure that potential customers are aware of the product and are seriously considering purchasing them. Examples are advertising and promotion. Next is the service. This is the support a business provides for the customer, which can include support and training for the product, warranties, and guarantees. So, in today's economy, after sales services is just as important as promotional activities. Complaints from unsatisfied customers are easily spread and shared due to the internet, and the consequences on a company's reputation might be vast. It is therefore important to have the right customer service practices in place. Next is the support activities. Support activities helps the primary activities in creating an advantage over competitors. The support activities can therefore be divided into firm infrastructure, human resource management, technology development, and procurement. First is firm infrastructure. This entails all the management, financial, and legal systems a business has in place to make business decisions and effectively manage resources. Human resource management. It encompasses all the processes and systems involved in managing employees and hiring new staff. This is especially important for companies that provide in-person service, and excellent employees can be a competitive advantage. So, in human resource management, it consists of activities involved in the recruiting, hiring or firing, training, development, and compensation of all types of personnel. So, HRM somewhat affects the competitive advantage in any firm through its role in determining the skills and motivation of employees and the cost of hiring and training them. Next is the technology development. Technology development helps a business innovate, and technology can be used in various steps of the value chain to gain an advantage over competitors by increasing efficiency or decreasing production cost. Examples are telecommunication technology, accounting automation software, product design research, and customer servicing procedures. Last is the procurement. Procurement refers to the function of purchasing inputs used in the firm's value chain, not the purchased inputs themselves. Purchased inputs are needed for every value activity, including support activities. So this is how the resources and materials for a product are sourced and suppliers are found. The goal is to find quality supplies that will fit the business budget. So let's proceed to IFE matrix, or the internal factor evaluation matrix. So what is IFE matrix? This strategy formulation tool summarizes and evaluates the major strengths and weaknesses in the functional areas of a business, and it also provides a basis for identifying and evaluating relationships among those areas. So here in IFE matrix, there are 5 steps in creating. First is the key internal factors. Conduct internal audit and identify both strengths and weaknesses in all your business areas. It is suggested you identify 10 to 20 internal factors, but the more you can provide for the IFE matrix, the better. The number of factors has no effect on the range of total weighted scores, because the weights always sum to 1.0, but it helps to diminish estimate errors resulting from subjective ratings. So here in key internal factors, first is you need to list strengths and the weaknesses. And mas maganda if yung ililist na strengths and weaknesses is specific and objective. Next is weight. Assign a weight that ranges from 0.00 to 1.00 to each factor. The weight assigned to a given factor indicates the relative importance of the factor. 0 means not important. 1 indicates very important. If you work with more than 10 factors in your IFE matrix, it can be easier to assign weights using the 0 to 100 scale instead of 0.0 to 1.0. Regardless of whether a key factor is an internal strength or weaknesses, factors with the greatest importance in your organizational performance should be assigned the highest weights. So after na mag-assign ng weight to individual factors, make sure the sum of all weights are equal 1.0 or 100 if you are using the 0 to 100 scale weights. Next, rating. Assign a 1 to X rating to each factor. Your rating scale can be per your preference. So, actually, yung mga professional usually use rating on the scale from 1 to 4. Rating captures whether the factor represents a major weakness, or rating is equals to 1. A minor weakness is 2, a minor strength is 3, or a major strength is 4. So kapag ginamit mo yung rating scale na 1 to 4, then the strengths must receive a 4 or 3 rating, and yung weaknesses is 1 or 2 rating. Next is multiply. Now we can get to the IFE matrix math. Multiply each factor's weight by its rating. This will give you a weighted score for each factor. Next is the last step in constructing the IFE matrix is to sum the weighted scores for each factor. This provides the total weighted score for your business. So I have here example of IFE matrix. So the following table provides an examples of an IFE matrix. Internal strengths, internal weaknesses, weight, rating, weighted score, total weighted score. So first, largest manufacturer in the market. It has weight of 10%, rating of 4, and if you multiply the weight to rating, 10% times 4 is equals to 0.40 weighted score. And if you sum up all the weighted score, you will get the 2.79 total weighted score. So next, the benefits of IFE matrix. First, it is easy to understand. So the input factors have a clear meaning to everyone inside or outside the company. and there is no confusion over the terms used on the implications of the matrix. Second, it is easy to use. Yung matrix na IFE matrix is hindi siya nangangailangan ng malawak na expertise, maraming tauhan or lots of time to build. Next is it focuses on the key internal factors. So unlike some other analyses like value chain analysis, yung IFE matrix only highlight the key factors that are affecting a company or its strategy. Next is the multipurpose. So IFE matrix can be used to build SWOT analysis, IE matrix, GE McKinsey matrix, or for benchmarking. That's all, and thank you.